Hello everyone, this is LiftyPoo here today to bring you another Let's Play video. Today we are going to be playing Battlefield 4 Large Conquest, which is a 32 versus 32 player game mode. Today we are going to be using this bad boy here, which is a Russian 9K22 Tunguska. 922 Tunguska is an anti-air tank. It was originally designed in the 70s during the height of the Soviet Empire. Then it was developed in the 1980s. It's a beautiful tank for the most part. It was designed to counter the A-10 Warhog, because at the time the Soviets only had another tank, which was the 9K, or was the 2K-12, which was a much smaller tank. That one was designed in the 60s, and this was the predecessor of it, which came with a 26mm cannon, which later down the road was redesigned with a 30mm cannon. For the most part, this is a very agile tank. There's only one other tank in the world that people say that can rival it, which is one that's designed by us, the Americans. For the most part, this tank hasn't really seen much war or anything. It was part of a battle against Georgia and what was the other place? In Osta. I do believe that's how it was pronounced. O-S-S-E-T-I-A, Oasta, which was a country that broke itself from Georgia, declared itself sovereign. The Russians backed it. The reason why the Russians backed it, because they feared Georgia, because Georgia wanted to become part of NATO. And yeah, everyone knows the Russians. If any country that borders them becomes part of NATO, they become threatened. Well, in 2008, Georgia decided to attack this country that declared its sovereigns. Georgia didn't recognize it. Then it started a conflict. Russia backed the rebels, and this was one of the tanks which was used in the battle. For the most part, Georgia destroyed the whole entire area badly. The Russians blamed Georgia for starting the battle, and Georgia blamed Russia for starting the battle. It caused a lot of problems, and of course, the United States didn't like it, and we got involved and everything. But for the most part, that's the only conflict this particular tank has seen. Which, for the most part, this is a pretty old tank. This tank was designed during the Soviet Empire, and they still use it to this very day. The way I like it, why change something that works? You know, it works for them. There's only one other anti-aircraft tank in the world that can match it, which is one that's designed by the Americans. For the most part, that's about it. You know, it was designed with a radar system, which for some reason this particular one doesn't have a radar turret on it, which it was supposed to have a radar turret. But you know, this is Battlefield. It's not to the T of the actual tank. The tank itself had a 4-crew person, commander, a gunner, driver, and a radar. One that controlled the radar. It was designed by a company which was shortened, was known as UMP. The full name of the company, I'm not going to pronounce it. I don't speak Russian, so, and I don't want to try to pronounce it, and most likely would spell it wrong. Well, the company started in 1966. It was founded during the Soviet Empire. It was a defense system. This company was known for making anti-aircraft tanks. They created which was the 2K12, which was one that was designed before this one, and then this one was the 9K22 Tunguska, which later got upgraded from a 26mm cannon to the 30. But for the most part, you know, it's a pretty solid tank. This was my first time actually ever using this tank in this game. It's actually my first time ever using any aircraft tank, period, in this game. And I was like, you know what? I saw it, and I was like, let's give it a go. Let's see how this works. It didn't take me long to catch on. It's like, I had to kind of leave the shots, you know. But, for the most part, I actually kind of like this thing. Let's just finish and watch the gameplay.
Обнаружен танк вражеский. Enemy vehicle east of your position. Spotted a hostile airplane south of your current position. Objective 4 has been neutralized. We've just taken objective work. Objective goal was neutralized. Я вижу вражеский jet. Listen up. Обойдите high-value target. Take him out. Можем свое. There is a hostile sniper south of your position. Listen up. Objective Charlie is now under our control. Due south of where you are, there is enemy sniper. There appears to be an enemy vehicle south of where you are. Ребята, objective Foxtrot is now under our control. We just lost control of objective Charlie. Вижу вражескую вертушку. Атакуйте эту цель! Вражеский вертолет вижу! Objective Bravo. Listen up. I've ID the high value target. Take him out. Хватит. Listen up, man. We have control of objective Bravo. Enemy sniper east of your current position. Обнаружена вражеская вертушка! Обнаружена вражеская вертушка! Lost objective Alpha! Objective Alpha has been lost! Вражескую вертушку видел! Objective Alpha is neutralized. Enemy helicopter east of your gun position. I've taken control of Objective Alpha. Я вижу вражеский джет! Objective Gold was... Обороните эту цель! Enough. We've just taken control of Objective Core. Objective Gold is now lost. Objective Charlie is now under our control. Hey! I need a ride! Gunship cleared. Engage target of opportunity. Вижу! Вражеский lost objective Foxtrot. Вижу вражескую вертушку! Вижу вражескую вертушку!